other than the United States Constitution. And it was Solomon who I believe said, you pastors correct me if I'm wrong, that without a vision, the people perish. And we're in trouble in large part because we have forgotten who we are. And it started really in the Woodrow Wilson administration with the world must be made safe for democracy. But let me tell you something. The guy that wrote the Constitution, James Madison, said this. He said that a democracy, now listen, is the most vile form of government. That's what he said. The guy that wrote the Constitution called the democracy a most vile form of government. Our second president, John Adams, said that democracies eventually commit suicide. And Ben Franklin had the best quote of all. He said that democracy is like two wolves and a sheep meeting at high noon and then voting on what we're going to have for lunch. Okay? Think about that. Democracy can be described in 2 words, mob rule. You want democracy? Look at the George Floyd riots. That's democracy. Government unrestrained, everything unrestrained. A republic, now listen, this is important. We're going to pass this down to our younger generation, can be described by 3 words, rule of law. Alternatively, checks and balances. That's what our Constitution is about. We recognize that there's a limited purpose of government. Article 1, Section 8. But beyond that, the Constitution of the United States puts shackles on government. The Constitution is a great restraining device against excessive government power. And that is by multiple checks and balances. The president can veto what the Congress does. The Congress can override the president. The president is commander-in-chief of the armed services, but the Congress establishes the Army and the Navy and the rules. You see how it balances. Let me tell you something. There are multiple constitutional fictions. One is the so-called notion of separation of church and state. You guys know that's not in the Constitution, right?
No. Yes.
Here's another one. Co-equal branches of government. Not in there anywhere. Of course, democracy is not mentioned. Article 4, Section 4 says this Constitution shall give the states a republican form of government. And if we're going to be Republicans, we have to understand what that means. Democracy is not mentioned, nor are co-equal branches of government. Now listen,